Hello and welcome to another My Little Podcast. We are your hosts. I am Bree. I'm here with my mother Shelly.
Hello.
My father Gary.
Hello.
My husband Jared.
Hello.
And my brother Bryson.
Hello.
Today we're going to be chit-chatting to you about the most recent weekly peek, but before we get into that, a quick cheeky word from our sponsor, the My Little Homestead t-shirt shop. If you'd like to get a fun little design on a t-shirt, sweatshirt, handbag, or many of our numerous products that we offer in shop, the link will be down in the description.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so on Friday, just to refresh your memory, Bryson got the Blvd rig going. I'm
Yeah.
hitting oil, boys.
Whoa.
Sorry.
I mean,
Like
you know,
oil rig.
Beverly, what is that?
hillbillies. They call those drill rigs because they can be used for water and gas and oil. Whatever drills a hole is capable of doing that.
So I wasn't
Just so you
far
know.
off. I just wasn't very likely.
Although this one I think is more built for water, technically.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. We'll speak.
Water.
Wimp.
Wink, wink.
It's
right?
water.
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
Speech impediment today.
I had oil on the brain because Amy Davis said the oil looked like it hasn't been changed since Eisenhower was in
I know,
office.
that was so funny. That's hilarious. That had
And
me
it's
laughing.
hilarious.
People were replying with that might not be far off from the truth.
Yeah.
And we looked it up too, and Eisenhower was actually in office in 1957.
Yep.
Oh, so maybe.
Yeah.
You just never know. I mean, Eisenhower could have licked it at some point.
Could
Looked at it.
Looked
Passing
at
his window.
it, not licked it.
Probably not. That'd be kind of weird for.
That'd be
I think
red.
that would
That'd
have
be
made
really
the
weird.
news. Eisenhower licks a red oil rig. Yeah, that's weird. Let's not talk about that anymore.
Be one heck of a famous oil rig. That's all I gotta say. No.
Anthony Leslie said, "Looks good and it moves. Are you planning on painting it in the future?"
I don't know. I really like it.
Anthony also says, "I would suggest just a good cleaning and a matte clear coat to keep the patina."
Yes, I agree with that. Yep.
Probably what you do, eh?
Probably what I
Keep
do.
the
Yeah.
patina.
I read that comment. I really like that idea.
All right. Well, thank you, Anthony. That's fabulous. Shally Wells said, "Yes, great work. I bet you that's been the first time the rig has been driven in flip-flops."
That's true.
That's great.
When did flip-flops come out? Maybe Eisenhower had...
Maybe
Set of
Eisenhower
flip-flops.
had a pair of flip-flops.
Yeah.
Maybe
Oh my gosh.
Eisenhower was
And
wearing
licked-
flip-flops and drove the rig in flip-flops while licking the oil.
Yeah, this is getting weirder.
that's
Let's
way
move
too
on.
much.
I thought I was weird.
B. Ferris said, "Great job, Bryson. When you were in the ditch trying to get the truck out of the ditch, I found myself sitting on the side of the bed rocking, trying to help you."
I can relate to that because I wanted to do that with the camera too. Like, "Arr." I can totally relate to that comment.
It was so funny too because we'd get it backed up there and we almost get it out of the hole, and then the engine would die because it just didn't have enough oomph because it's not quite running right. So it's just ran back into the hole. So
Man, it was just
it's
barely
super
on the edge
close.
there.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I love how, like, Bullet at no point, though, he believed in you every second. He's like,
Yeah.
"This is going to happen. I believe in this."
You know, I have to say
awesome.
something that Bullet did that really, he doesn't shock me much. But Bryson has that rig, and he's getting back in it, and he goes right behind it, and he relieves himself from the backside. And I am like
like in the way
and I'm
of the
trying to
rig.
make sure he gets out of the way, but he's got to stay for a little while when he starts that process.
You're not gonna
So
stop
we're
the
like,
flow.
Bullet, wait, Bryson. I'm like, what is he doing?
And why there? Like you could.
I don't know. But, you know, when you take the video and you see how many times Bryson rocked back and forth to get that out, multiply that by about 8, and that's how long it really took.
Oh, it
to
took
get out.
you notice too, like
Crazy.
the between the shots, you notice it's light and then it turns dark.
Yeah. It gets
It
down
was
there.
a little while,
Yeah.
but you got her.
Well, I
Yeah.
think Jared and I think we had just gone camping or something.
Yeah.
We were on our way back, and Jared's like, "Gee, you saw the ditches, you know, that you
Yeah.
had made?" And he's like, "Well, somebody went right through our ditch, Bree." And I was like, "Oh, it's probably UPS or something." Little did we know the saga that took place. Robert Thomas Main said, "Bryson's determination and can-do attitude are nothing short of inspirational, but I'm still mystified on what you will do with this. Does the well drilling part even work?"
Good question. Of course, always everything works on it.
Absolutely.
At some
Yeah.
point.
I think.
I think. Yes. Actually, so now a lot of people are like, all right, let's get drilling with it. And I'm like, yes. Except there is one other thing I have to do. And there's actually 2 engines on the rig. There's one that runs the rig on the back, and then there's one that runs the truck engine. And so actually the next project will be getting that other engine running that's on the back to get the actual rig running. So
this is
at
one
the
of the
moment
reasons
it doesn't run is the answer to that question.
And one of the reasons you purchased this one is because everything was there. You guys looked through everything.
Yeah.
And
It's not like
so the
anything's
likelihood of it being able to run, I think, is high. It's just a matter of there's a lot of, I don't know, I suppose you got to oil about a lot of those gears.
A lot of oiling. I'll probably buy a 5-gallon bucket of grease of some kind and just like get a nice grease gun and just start just greasing everything. But
now my guess that'll be more fun for you. The getting the truck running was probably
the truck was more of the grunt work. But I wanted it to roll around before I got the rig. I mean, I could get the rig running on the back and we could pull the thing around to the place, but it doesn't make me fun. No.
Yeah.
And I figured start bottom up, get the wheels going, and then go up from there. Was my thinking. So, and then the rig on the back is actually, I think it's in pretty decent shape, at least the engine seems like. The guy who owned it before me was actually going to take the rig off the truck and put it on a different truck and go about that way. So my guess is that rig, the actual drill rig part of it, is probably in pretty good shape. So at least internally, but we're going to find out.
We will be taking you along with us on that. It'll be kind of fun.
That's going to be a fun journey. Yeah.
One thing that's really cute is a guy that sold the vehicle to Bryson. He was contacting him regularly because he still does. He's excited to see it get up and going, and so Bryson finally said, "You can watch it on the channel," and gave him the information. So he's
been so awesome, so encouraging.
He's like, a neat guy.
I haven't lost hope. I'm still wishing for you to drill a well or drill a hole or whatever. He's always commenting about stuff. So
that's wonderful.
He's really cool.
That's wonderful. Stephen Counselor said, dump some of your old transmission rear axle oil on those screw jacks and they will be just fine. They are actually quite nice when you are drilling because the rig is less apt to try bouncing on the base. Of course, hydrophilic levers are quicker. Hydrophilic
just means love, so it loves water.
Hydro's water. It loves water. There you go.
Water propelled jacks.
So that opens up an entire
Phileo,
new.
right? Is that what it's from? Phileo and hydro.
Well, you have given us so much to think about.
Gosh.
Thank you.
Yeah, all right. Get a little Greek and Latin lesson here going on.
Fabulous.
That sounds fun.
Fabulous.
Simply fabulous.
So we had so many names, and they were all so good.
Gosh, so many.
I think that we're going to task Bryson with
now this was for
for the name of the rig. You had put out you had put out a question on a name for the rig, and we had so many names. Holy cow!
We're still not too late.
These weren't just names.
No.
Each one was. I think we were just spent the whole Friday night laughing at all the ideas.
It was so funny.
Yeah,
they're all so good. We'll go through a few.
Yeah,
of them
the puns were great too.
The puns were great, and
man.
these aren't the top. They're just some of. And Bryson's gonna have to pick out 4.
Yeah,
I don't know how he's gonna do it because they're way too good.
Bryson is going to pick out 4 of the names that he really likes, and then we're going to put out a poll on the YouTube community tab, and you will be picking out the name.
Yeah, so
Voting
we'll try
on the
to
name.
narrow it down to the 4 for you. I don't know how. Bryson's. Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck. But before we
thanks,
get into that, of course, I don't know. We'll be doing that
I'm
in the
pretty
next
sure
little bit.
almost every comment had a name.
Oh, I think so. And
there was over,
they weren't
600
just, like,
comments?
the same name over and over either.
No, all of them
You
were
had
unique.
completely unique ones. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Okay, Leslie said since Bullet likes it, maybe it should be called Shotgun. Then you can also ask people if they want to ride shotgun or say Bullet is in shotgun.
He's just laughing.
Ruben Smallwood says, call it the Wellerman and sing sea shanties every time you drive it.
Have to do it, of course, with an Irish accent or
Think of an
something.
Irish one. Kimberly Royce said Rickety Rig. Chops1 SC said Clifford the Big Red Truck. Dave Twig said name your truck
good.
Eleanor Rigby. Dorothy Cook said Rusty Rigster. Liberty Prepper said Buford. Rutrow, Sandra Jordan said. Becky Johnson said Wellesley would be a great name. And then this is really clever. Matthew D. Graffenride said Dr. Illing.
Dr. Illing?
It spells drilling, but it's Dr. Illing.
I like that.
Michael Mallerstein said, great job, Bryson. You should name it the Drillinator.
The Drillinator.
Somebody likes the Santa Claus movies.
Ice Bodstick says, I would call it Giggles.
Oh, that's good.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Seated in Heaven said, the Crimson Beast. Gary Martinez said, Russell Muscle.
That's good.
They're so great.
This is great.
They're all so creative.
Singers of Rhythm Studio said, I think Wriggles would be a good name.
Aw.
And Jerry Cooper said, call the truck Sputter. Andy Mann said, how about Jerry Rig?
Jerry Rig.
Anyway, that's just a few of the just amazing ones that got sent our way.
That's great.
Unbelievably fantastic. So thank you so much. That
Yes,
was so
thank
much
you.
fun to go through.
Thank you for all the comments. There were so many and just all great.
Yeah,
All great.
fantastic. Good luck, Bryson.
Good luck.
I don't know how. I
Thank
wouldn't be
you.
able to pick even from the few that we grabbed.
I'm going to need a lot of good luck.
1 year later, it's Giggles, everybody.
It's Giggles.
Really like Giggles a lot.
Giggles is a good one.
Okay, so on Wednesday, Garrett and Ellie got going on their van build. They did a bunch more. There was a ton of really cute shots again of the
I'm sure.
kids.
Was that about a van build? I only saw the
about
grandchildren.
kids.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there was a van in there?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wait. Was Garen and Ellie even in it?
I didn't see them.
I didn't see
But there was this really cute shot of Azalea in the cupboard with her little feet sticking out. And Reading Destination said, hey, your cupboard has its shoes on and it's ready to walk out. That's cute. Deborah Lemren asks, is there a tint to the polyurethane that they use, or is it just that it brings out the color in the wood? And I think it's just, there's no tint, I don't think. I think it just brings out the color of it.
Yeah.
Polyurethane's amazing like that.
Yeah,
Unless
it
you
is.
put it on white, and then in which case it adds new colors.
Yes. New colors
Oh.
that you weren't expecting.
My goodness.
It kind of gives it the antique patina. Accidentally.
On purpose.
On purpose. Nailed it. Okay. Deborah also asks, oh, I almost forgot, do they have a name for the van? And I don't think they have a name for the van.
They don't have a name for
So I don't
that.
know if you're still in the naming mood, but they need and we also need a name for our RV
Yeah.
too. We got lots to name, so
You know what? I know where you can find a lot of names. Easy.
we'll call it Giggles. Sorry, I really like Giggles. I think that needs to be the name of a pet or something.
Well, it gets to be kind of difficult because the question really in my mind is the well rig male or female? Because that's going to determine their name too. Because
Typically if it's a guy in his tractor, he always refers to his tractor as a her, doesn't he?
I don't know.
I don't know. That is a good
Isn't that,
question.
like, the classic.
So do you have to have a female name then?
I don't know.
The Lola Express.
Or does it have to be? I kind of feel like just the front of it makes it look a little more dudish.
Okay.
Just the front of it looks that way. Doesn't
Okay,
really
so
think?
you're going to have to go with the male.
It doesn't look
name
very
version.
cheeky and girly.
Some
It
could
looks
be
more.
both ways. Like Giggles
that
could be either.
particular series of cars in the 50s, 55, even 54, and so on, going up, were all muscle cars. That's
Yeah.
why they had the big grills and the big fenders in the front with the big, huge bumpers. And
So it makes
grill,
sense that we
muscle
shouldn't call
cars.
it like Lola.
Well, when I look
Lola.
at it, I think, oh, that's a big boy. I don't
Yeah.
think it is a female. An elegant lady.
Oh, well, it could
strolling
be
across
like,
the field.
if you want
With
to call
big
her like
muscles.
Bertha or
Oh, yeah.
something more, has a strong
Some more
woman name.
chutzpah.
Big Bertha.
Or,
Yeah, true.
the
Well, I-
Wellinator.
Somebody, I did see the Marge, the large.
Marge the Large Barge. Also, honey was recommended as well, because you called it a honey. That was a common one. And of course, ones like, Big Red and Old Red, I think were.
I could call the queen bee.
Call it GMC. It's got the name right on the front.
Oh,
Cheryl Smith Bell said, beautiful build. One question. When you cut the pallets apart with the Sawzall, how do you deal with the nails left in the boards?
Hole punch. Just pop them out.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Works out good that way.
Or if you're lacking a hole punch because it's hidden somewhere. Who knows where it is now? We'll just use a nail, another nail, like a flathead nail or something like that.
When we were doing the pallet ceilings, we just left them.
Left them in.
Yeah.
And now it's all loosening up and they fall on our heads as we're walking.
No.
What was that?
They fall on our soups and cereals as we eat in the morning.
A little iron.
Ooh, crunchy.
Iron in my cereal this morning.
A little bit of iron.
I need some new teeth now.
Gosh, this water has something rusting in the bottom.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, I can say that's never happened. I would like to attest to that. Be nothing.
An earthquake happens. It starts raining nail ends.
Nothing fell, but our boards got denailed.
Oh, what a great way to denail boards.
All right. Jill Farrar says, you should call the van Pallet Palace. The girls are wonderful help.
Yes,
The
that's cool.
pallet
Pallet
palace.
Palace.
That's
pallet
cute.
palace.
Lovely. That's
With two
fun.
little girlies living in
And
it.
they could draw a pallet palace on the outside.
Yep.
With their faces.
And they could paint it pink since it's Garen and Ellie's favorite color.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Okay. Sorry. Story time. Back just real quickly. Their brother had gone off on some sort of a trip. They bought a bunch of pink paint and painted his entire room pink.
And it was
when
like
he
a
got
bright
back,
pink,
It was
too.
just glowing when it got
Can you imagine walking into your bedroom and
all of a sudden it's just pink.
unless you wanted it pink, but if you didn't, you left and it
was
wasn't,
from,
you come
like-
back and it is.
It was like gray too. It went from gray to like bright pink.
Oh my
I
god.
thought it was pretty.
I suppose so. I don't
For
know.
a
They
girl.
didn't tell me about it. They just walked around with pink up and down their arms.
Oh.
When we paint everything. Garrett and Ellie, especially as a duo, are very mischievous.
Oh god, you have no idea.
And like they're both vaguely mischievous on their own, especially Garen, but together they are just
man.
unstoppable.
You never knew.
You never know what's going to happen.
Kim Fitzgerald Rock Fam says, the van is really coming together. I would really like to know what happened with the holiday house Garen and Ellie did. Will you be going back there again? And I think that that's going to be a good place to end it today. Wink, wink to you, Kim. We're going to have maybe something coming out on that really soon. So we'll keep you in the loop. Thank you so much for sending in your ideas and your name
Yes,
suggestions.
thank you.
So much fun to read. You are very, very clever. Very fun. Very
Yes.
fun. So,
Be looking out for that poll.
yeah,
soon.
the poll will be coming soon. We're going to give Bryson as much time as he needs.
I
least
might
10
just
minutes.
put it in a
At least 10
randomizer
minutes.
and just click the button. And be like, that one,
That
that
one,
one,
that
that
one.
one, that one.
They're all good. I'd be happy with any of these.
I was also tempted to take the beginning letter of every single one, and whatever that spells out, that's the name.
It's called...
It's called.
I'm sorry, what? No, I need it a third time. Well, really appreciate it. We want to give a special thank you to our Patreon supporters for your financial help. We really appreciate it. If you're interested in giving $1 or $2 a month, that is always super helpful around here. The link to that will be down in the description. Thank you so much for being a part of our family, sharing your thoughts, ideas, and everything else. We really appreciate the time that takes, and we always love hearing from you. What's coming out on Wednesday?
Well, what's coming out on Wednesday?
I
what
have
is coming
no
out?
idea.
It's another Shay video.
It's the mystery Shay and Skylar.
That's why we have no idea.
Yes, and then on Friday, I think Jared and I are going to try to complete the RV.
I think that's the plan.
Complete it.
Complete it.
Complete it. Done.
Wow.
So there is that coming hopefully on Friday. We shall see. We are working very hard. Anyway, thank you so much, and
Again.
we will see you on Wednesday for that mystery S&S video.
Bye.
Bye.